inside my heart I feel it would shout like a crowd dancing. I guess I can live without things that make my life what it is.
Josh here, and this is my review of the movie Ninja Assassin. And this is a movie that I am just kind of baffled by, because, you know, I can understand them wanting to bring back the kind of kung fu genre per se, even though I know this isn't technically kung fu, but American audiences will see it as such, as one of those types of movies, and it really does follow suit with the majority of these types of those types of movies, at least. It has all the general plot cliches, incredibly shallow characters. It even has the white characters, or in this case, a black character, to connect audiences, supposedly, who, I guess, can't watch a movie without only Asian stars in it. Go figure. Whatever. That part didn't really bother me. And, I kind of feel bad for Rain, though, because I was reading an interview with him where he said that he thought that this movie was really breaking Asian stereotypes. You know what his next movie is, too? Enter the Dragon. Yeah, really breaking stereotypes there. Regardless, should you see Ninja Assassin? Do I really need to go over the plot? The commercial pretty much says it all. Ninja, super awesome, betrays his master, has to fight more ninjas, as well as other people who are after the ninjas. That's about it, really. The plot is really simple, really dull. The only innovation I can really give it, which is not really innovation, but something you don't see very often, is treating the ninja like a horror movie in certain aspects, where there are sequences where the ninjas are lurking in the dark everywhere, and every crevice, and people will walk into these traps, it'll set just like a regular slasher movie, which I actually did kind of enjoy. I thought it was a rather neat take on it. The movie has a really odd structure, though, where the majority of his flashbacks to what's happening at the beginning of the movie, which is the present day, so to speak. And because it's so filled with flashbacks, by the time it finally gets around to resolving the conflict, which has been built up throughout the movie in these flashbacks, you don't really give a shit, because you feel a weird disconnect between the climax and the movie. Not to mention the again, rather pointless and shallow characters that you don't give a shit for. And the fact that the climax is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, when you see people with machine guns take on ninjas en masse, people from helicopters with searchlights, these ninjas all of a sudden lose their special abilities to be uber awesome. Instead, they're just regular ninjas. Not to mention it dips into anime ninja territory near the end of it, where they can move so fast that they move in a weird kind of blur. Though, props to Sho Kosugi for being a cool ninja master, it's a nice return for him. And as much as I do say that characters are shallow and pointless, Rain is a likable hero, in this type of role at least. And, I gotta say, I didn't hate the movie. Everything was pretty much generic about it. The music was generic, plot was generic. The action was fairly generic too, and the gore actually I thought really suffered from some poor CG effects. But overall, I saw it with a friend night. It was a lot of fun. Now, granted, a lot of the time we are making fun of the inconsistencies and plot holes with the movie, but that should not detract from your experience. If you go see it with a friend, if you like these types of movies, you want some badass action, you're not really gonna get it. But at the same time, if you can get to see this for a matinee price, go watch this. At the very least, you know, I wouldn't say this is really a theater movie. You could probably wait to rent it. You get the same effect, probably a better effect, because you get alcohol. Although the theater I did go to does allow alcohol, but that's another thing altogether. Anyway, Ninja Assassin, not a good movie, but, you know, for all its flaws, it was a fairly enjoyable movie. It was kind of fun. I wouldn't see it alone, but if you see it with a couple of friends and ready to laugh at it, then it's probably worth watching. Otherwise, you could probably skip this and wait till it's available for rental.